So welcome to FarmAnywhere's R&D farm that we have right by our manufacturing facility. Today we're going to be starting some basil seeds that I have right here, some dolly basil, about 200 of them, and we'll be able to kind of follow the process as we work through the farm. Today we're going to be putting it into rock wool, preparing the rock wool, and then transferring it into the nursery room at the back of the container farm. So let's follow along with the journey there. We always want to clean our area as much as possible so that it's clean. The farm itself is pretty clean, but it never hurts to give it a little bit of another run. And then I'm gonna start gowning up, just to keep things even more clean. Yes. And then we're gonna grab our trays here that I brought a little earlier. We're only gonna need 2 trays for today. That'll be enough. And some rock wool. We had a bad batch of rock wool that had no holes at the top, but this time we got a good one. Fits perfectly. If you do a big batch, what we would do is have like a big bin, put a bunch of rock wool in it with water already set up, pH and all that. So we have a pH at 5.8 or so. So what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit of hot water and fill in the rock wool with hot water. I just like it because it helps sprout the seeds a little bit faster. So again, this is only because we're doing a small batch. A big batch, the process will be a little bit different. Okay, so that once that's done, then I don't like the size of the holes that come, so I'm just gonna go in and separate it a little bit so that we could put the seeds in properly. Since basil is a cut and repeat, which means that we only plant it once and then we come back every week and take a little bit off the plant, it's important to have a little bit more of a good base. All right, so now that we've separated all the holes, it's time to load the seeds in. So I got this little tool here. It's not the best, but it works, it helps. So basically we just throw it in like this to there. Good. And then I'll set it to 1 right here. So it's just gonna help us control the flow. Obviously, when you're doing a bigger commercial operation, like a whole container, we're using another tool, but for now we're just gonna keep it simple. And then we're just gonna go right here, just tap it. And for sure, there could be multiple seeds that goes into it. It's fine. What we'll do is, based on what sprouts, we'll just keep the strongest one. And that basil we're going to be able to harvest back to back, up to 12 weeks worth. And there's other tools for this, to have the seeds a little bit deeper inside the rock wool so that the roots are more established. And then we'll have a good base to be able to come back and harvest multiple times off that one basil plant. So now that it's ready, what we'll do is we'll take a cover like this, and then we'll send it into the nursery for transfer. We're gonna go through our main grow room right here. We're just gonna throw it in right here with the rest. Salad that's ready to go, some Grum Rapid lettuce that's ready to be transferred to the main room. We're gonna do a few more of these trays for the basil and get that going, and then we'll add some more crops. But pretty much that's how everything gets started, is from the front into the nursery there. All right, so now that the basil has been seeded inside the rock wool, we're gonna leave it in the nursery for 7 to 14 days, and you'll be able to follow along the journey of the basil as it goes through a container farm and how we operate the container farm in terms of from start to finish. So we saw the seeds today. We're gonna go over checklists for operations, environmental control, cleaning, harvesting, packaging, and then just switching around all of the different crops as well too as it goes through the life of the container farm. So stay tuned for that. Comment below if you want to see some other crops as well that you'd like to have us grow inside the farm. And we're excited to have you along with the journey, so stay tuned.